You're now watching The Wash Daily. U.S. House Leader Steny recently came out and said they were going to be voting on the MORE Act back in September, but then almost in the same breath he said, you know what, we're actually not going to vote on it. We're going to wait till after the election. Well, here it is after the election, and Steny just made an announcement that they're going to be voting on cannabis in the MORE Act in December of this year. What the MORE Act does is it sets up a program for folks who have been disproportionately affected by the war on drugs and makes it possible for them to get involved in the cannabis industry. Also, it decriminalizes cannabis possession and it makes it possible for universities to study cannabis, whereas they're currently not able to do that. Although Biden and Harris don't seem to be so pro-cannabis, there is a lot of Democratic legislators who are pro-cannabis. One of them is Oregon's Earl Blumenauer. He's been really behind a lot of bills, and he's a co-sponsor of the MORE Act. Also in news, Mississippi just legalized cannabis, but they're having a hard time because their legislators don't want cannabis. In fact, it was such a concerted effort to try to get the people of Mississippi to not vote for cannabis. They were using fear tactics, telling them that cannabis is dangerous and they should only trust pharmaceuticals. Well, the people of Mississippi weren't fazed by that. 2/3 of the folks in Mississippi did vote for legal cannabis, and they do have it currently. However, they're fighting some opposition, and there's legislators looking to take that away from them now, not on the grounds that cannabis is bad, is what they're saying, but rather the method in which the legislation was put forward to the people of Mississippi, they're saying is unconstitutional. What advocates are saying is that particular law is actually a mathematical impossibility for anybody who wants to pass anything. They're using this as a way to prevent people's access to actual medicine. Also in news, smokable hemp was made legal in Italy a few months ago, and since then people have been using it instead of antidepressants. They've seen a decrease in other medications, and the 0.6% cannabis, calling it cannabis light, and it doesn't seem to be getting people high, but whatever it is very popular. And what the people are finding who are using it is that there's a significant reduction in street cannabis. Now, most people who are using cannabis are looking to get high from it, but there's a lot of folks who are just using it for medicinal reasons. A lot of people get relief from anxiety and arthritis, stomach problems, eye problems, all kinds of things, skin ailments. So if they're getting cannabis and they're able to use it and get relief, that's all they really care about. They're not worried about how much THC is in it. A lot of older folks use cannabis in this way. They don't want to necessarily be high, they just don't want to be in pain. They want to help with their migraines or all kinds of physical problems. What Italy is saying is, since we've done this, we've just seen a decrease in illegal cannabis. Some data shows that people are using less street hash and less street cannabis now that they have access to smokable hemp. Here in the US, experts say that smokable hemp is going to become wildly popular and probably will take the place of tobacco cigarettes altogether. Thanks for watching The Wash Daily.